Hi, I'm Daniel, and previously I ranked the animated films to other studios. Now I'll go over Aardman. British stop motion studio that started off making shorts, but in the 2000s started releasing films. Eight to date, there's the overlap between studios caused by Aardman. They had three films distributed by DreamWorks, two distributed by Sony Pictures Animation, the most recent three by Studio Canal. Barely you know what studio that even is. It makes some of their films appear on DreamWorks ranking list and Sony ranking list that are barely ranked altogether. But that's what I'm going to do in this video. I have said previously that this studio is overrated. Its fans treat it as unique when aside from animation, they make surface level stories. There's consistent issues like dragged out movies and hit or miss comedy, which is partially due to me not liking most British entertainment. This meme I made is accurate because Illumination is better. Aardman may have your mediocre film, but some gems as well. I rewatched them all and will rank them. Normally with the rankings where I rewatch everything, there was an issue with me forgetting my thoughts on some of the films I saw first. This time there was a change. I now have a Letterboxd account where I wrote reviews for each movie there. I already account with the same name because I write reviews for things I wouldn't usually discuss on this channel. You can also see me give a random old movie 3 stars and forever wonder why. So anyway, what are the best and worst Aardman films? Aardman. I already went over this in a video with the crew, so I'll keep this short. This is Aardman's lowest point, turning a potentially interesting caveman movie into a generic sports movie. Everything about this feels overdone, and that is not enjoyable. The story makes the odd dumb decisions, character turns, and it's poorly executed. The thing that really makes Aardman so bad is the little yike here. The negatives outweigh the positives to a severe amount. Suffice the movie isn't more hated, but I guess that's because the movie is so forgotten. Forgotten doesn't mean the movie is weak. Common in this channel for me to defend forgotten movies. Aardman just shows the available to a studio. It's an extra positive I noticed after rewatching all these movies. At least the character of the film doesn't keep going on and on and on. 7. Flushed away. I know a lot of people find this underrated, and I can to some extent understand why. Very entertaining, and this doesn't have the typical humour. Despite being a plot about the sewer, there's little toy humour, and some parts can be funny. However, this movie still isn't good by any means. Animation was made in CG, but tries to resemble stop motion and looks okay. The main characters are generic as well as the plot, with it being about trying to get to one place. Also, this movie has a plot twist, and what would a mediocre British movie be without football? The very end overall plan is that during half time of the game, the sewers will be overflowed and kill the rats. This is very dumb to try and play into the story like that. I wish I could have barefaced criticism, but that whole reveal on climax pulls down the film. This cycle just ends, and the film itself wasn't good. I thought the rewatch that made the film worse than I remembered. 6. Shaun the Sheep Movie. This movie shows Aardman's problems by combining generic plots to a generic movie based on shows. The animals going to the big city is lazy and unfunny. A lot of what Aardman perceived to be is shown false through this movie. There being little to no dialogue would be interesting if all films didn't do that one better. I brought up the fact that the Minions before, so there's your example to show this isn't as unique as it thinks it is. The movie also tries to create an emotional core, but it's so off-screen. It feels like some is a good song or motif, but I don't like how it's faking emotion to the audience, overdoing it naturally. The film isn't quite bad. Shaun the Sheep became a popular show for a reason. The title characters and adventures are enjoyable with some charm. It isn't immune from good jokes, but it stays an average movie with barely any originality to find. 5. The Pirate and Adventurous Scientist. 8. The simplified name in some countries is The Pirate Band of Misfits. I'll just do the two-film approach for different titles and call it a pirate film. The movie is incredibly bland for the story. The middle turns to a mediocre story and the climax goes on too long. The Goga trying to win Pirate of the Year isn't interesting and is the first way to have Pirate Captain want something. The movie has good animation and the comedy is better than most Aardmen. Funny dialogue and y'all care visual jokes that aren't in your face. Funny to have the monkey's card say something. The movie just remains forgettable and missed the potential of a pirate film. 4. Farmageddon. This is the most recent film, it's okay. It's barely a Shaun the Sheep movie, as it's just their characters thrown into an alien story. But on that note, the alien is very cute and heartfelt. The movie is very charming to watch, with parts actually enjoyable. Don't mind the overdone tropes as much as the first movie, cause it's not just by the numbers. Feels like real care and fun was put towards this, and the second half of this movie is pretty good. It takes a while to start, but once it does, you get a pretty enjoyable movie. I wish the parts in the spaceship lasted younger, because there's good dynamics between the three of them. It's a fine movie, but I see why it didn't go to cinemas everywhere. It's honestly better fit in Netflix release. 3. Chicken Run. We have finally got to the good movies in my opinion, although Farmageddon was close. For comparison purposes, DreamWorks is another hit or miss studio. Chicken Run is only 21 out of 42 on that list. The movie has a darker tone. It isn't scared of saying these characters could die. It also plays into a prison make story, being serious for a pian. Ginger is also a great protagonist too, having intelligent and strong ones for evolution. However, I can't call this movie great for spending too long on trying to fly in the eye of a real plot. It's not a secret I really like a bug's life, and that also has sex animals to be seen as more. The difference is, a bug's life is a smart decision to board the bed with the circuit bugs there, so it's not wasted time. Chicken Run, boarding the plane should have started with Rocky to stop there being so much fear. It's curious and fit for movie length. Still good, especially for Aardman's first. They were way too overconfident to think they would get a Best Picture nomination. 2. Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. It's hard to explain why this works, especially when it's just younger version of specials I don't like much. It's an interesting horror parody with good foreshadowing to the twist. The film gets better on a second or third watch. I think most of all, this movie is satisfying to watch. Example, Wallace and Gromit getting ready in the morning with the intro is a great scene. The film isn't amazing, the story is quite surface level, but it stands out by being the best use of Aardman's format. Still only 15 on my DreamWorks ranking. If it's the best use of an Aardman film, why is it at number 1? Well, 1. After Christmas. It doesn't feel like Aardman, both for the different designs in CG form and the movie itself. The careful exploration of how Santa works, being a title passed down across one family. Treating like an elf spy mission to deliver all the presents is a great idea. The movie also discusses a lot more complex themes, like traditional versus new. Christmas has become very corporate and operated, but is it a bad thing? The whole concept is a kid won't know as long as the present gets there. There's many interested in both old or new working. The contrast of the other 3 characters, all trying to prove something, they could have easily been likable or be a villain. This movie doesn't do that, all have understandable reasons to them, which carries the conflict. Arthur could have been annoying, but his character is so endearing and likable. The movie has some journey, but it sets up many great scenes. The film is atmospheric and emotional in all the best scenes. The themes made this complex with good comedy too. When I first saw the film, it made me upset because he missed one child. But now, I say Arthur Christmas for the masterpiece that it is. It's not only Aardman best, but Sony Picture Animation best. You can hear the Spider-Verse fans annoying at that comment. This is a film I could make a review analysis of, but it's not going to be this December, or even confirmed to December after that. In conclusion, Aardman makes a mixed variety of movies. They are more used to short rather than being 80 minutes and still right out in length. Story is often what pulls the movie down, and Aardman is overrated. It shows signs of greatness, especially the top 3, but make it on mediocrity. So, stop motion movies normally great when you're looking at Laika and the Wes Anderson films. Because Other Christmas is CG, all the films I just mentioned, except the Box Rolls, are better than any stop motion Aardman film. It also looks like they went downhill with the on call. However you say that. Video with formerly no sequels and now having 3 in a row looking at the next films. Chicken Run, Dawn the Nugget and another Boys and Gromit. I'm unsure, but I hope Aardman makes more films like After Christmas. This was an animated studio ranking and it's been a while. Being young about these videos are watching the films, they are quick to write and edit. The animation studios haven't done yet, are all quite young, so next I'll finish the Disney eras. The video won't release until next year, yeah. One last thing, my previous video about Big Hero 6 series, it's the longest video I made, and if you're interested, give the video a watch, I spent a long time on it. There are people who disagree with my opinions on Aardman, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider watching more and pressing the subscribe button. The end.